It takes a car 2 seconds to kill a fox, but it takes a company 40 years to kill a human.
Bibliophile FM, where books come alive, stories inspire, and ideas ignite. Bibliophile FM.
Have you ever, locked eyes with a city fox on your morning commute and just wondered, even for a second, what it actually thinks of your routine?
Oh, if it's anything like the socks in today's deep dive, it is definitely pitying you. Big time.
Yeah, right. So today we are diving into Ashish Jung's brilliantly funny satire, The Story of a Dick.
Such a great title.
It really is. We're looking at the source material to trace the intertwined fates of this snarky, recently deceased urban fox named Dick and a completely burned out corporate analyst named Jung.
Right. And our mission today isn't just to recap a comedy. We want to extract what this rapid fire, chapter by chapter existential nightmare really teaches you about escaping the invisible cages we build for ourselves in modern work culture.
And how we might, actually dismantle them. But the story sets this up by starting with the ultimate cage, right? Death.
Yeah, chapters 1 through 5 just hit the ground running. Dick the Fox doesn't get some peaceful transition. He gets flattened by an Amazon Prime delivery van.
Oh, God, brutal.
Yeah, and he wakes up in what they call level 4 processing. Which is
just, it's essentially a dreary municipal council office, right?
Exactly. The afterlife is literally the DMV. It's run by an overworked badger named Gary.
Gary the Badger, I love it. Gary is just stamping forms for, urban wildlife category B.
Telling Dick his reincarnation paperwork's going to take 42 years.
The total nightmare. But Dick refuses to move on. Instead, he gets completely obsessed with this live viewing screen showing Jung.
Right, this deeply depressed human surviving on lukewarm oat lattes and sheer terror of his hyper-intense boss, Miller.
Which makes you wonder, why does a dead street fox care about some middle manager making PowerPoint slides?
Well, because Dick recognizes a fellow prey animal. I mean, if you've ever sat in a meeting terrified you're about to be called on, you know that exact feeling.
Oh, totally. The panic sweat starts.
Yeah. The fox spent his life dodging traffic to survive, and Jung survives by dodging emails and hiding behind corporate jargon.
Right, but moving into chapters 6 through 10, that jargon actually becomes the very thing that breaks him.
Oh, the breaking point is hilarious.
Miller orders Jung to rebrand corporate layoffs as, get this, agile capacity optimization.
Disgusting. Just the worst corporate speak.
It really is. The psychological weight of that spin is just too much. So Jung snaps. He quietly leaves his security badge on Miller's ridiculously expensive teak desk and just walks out.
The ultimate resignation. And up in level 4, Dick and this whole cheering section of dead pigeons treat it like a World Cup victory.
They go wild. But wait, because quitting in a blaze of glory sounds incredibly satisfying, right? But let's be real, reality hits fast. Jung still has a mortgage.
Yeah, the real world does not care about your cinematic exit.
Exactly. And to make matters worse, a Vanguard property developer suddenly shows up to bulldoze the wild boundary hedge behind Jung's house.
Which just happens to be Dick's old den.
Right. To build a luxury complex ironically named Eco Haven, so has Jung just traded a desk-bound panic attack for absolute financial ruin.
He kind of has. I mean, that's the core tension of his so-called freedom. He stripped away his corporate identity, but the machine is now literally in his backyard.
So moving to the climax, chapters 11 to 16, how does a guy without an income or institutional power fight a 70-ton bulldozer?
Well, he weaponizes the very cage that trapped him.
Yes, this is my absolute favorite part.
It is so suspenseful. Jung realizes that corporate red tape and municipal law use the exact same mechanics, right? Delay tactics, risk aversion, compliance.
He essentially weaponizes his own corporate boredom.
Exactly. He takes all those mind-numbing agile capacity skills and drafts emergency injunctions at 2 a.m. He's cross-referencing obscure wildlife regulations.
Paralyzing the developers with paperwork.
Yeah, turning the system's own friction against itself.
Yeah.
It builds to this incredible showdown. The bulldozers finally arrive to rip up the hedge, but a living wild fox walks right in front of the massive excavator and just sits down.
Refuses to move. And because of Jung's injunctions protecting urban habitats, the developers are legally trapped.
They can't do a thing.
Right.
By mastering the red tape, Jung actually protects nature instead of paving over it.
It's a total role reversal.
Yeah.
And up in the afterlife, Dick the Fox gets offered a VIP reincarnation package to Dartmoor.
Fresh streams, wild rabbits, the works.
But he turns it down. He chooses to stay in that dreary waiting room just to watch Jung happily fail at woodworking in his backyard.
The corporate drone becomes the apex predator, and the fox becomes the ultimate binge watcher.
You seriously have to go buy this book immediately. It is a gut-busting, suspenseful must-read that just hilariously skewers modern work culture.
It really is. It completely shifts how you view hidden leverage in a bureaucratic world. You will not stop laughing.
But it does leave you with this final thought. If a deceased badger was watching a live feed of your daily routine right now, would they be entertained or would they just feel sorry for you?